This is now take 5 of this fly tying ramble. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to respond to your comments, but first, smoking my Dagner with some Captain Black Royal, and I'm drinking some coffee, which I can't show you because it'll spill out all over my fly tying materials here. All right, I asked you to challenge me. I have some time off coming up, time by myself. I need to fill it. I needed ideas, and you had some very, very thoughtful comments. And Derek Tant commented too. All right, Drew of the Shed says, perfect time to try the spray foam and plastic wrap waders idea. Yeah, this was something Drew had mentioned because I'm broke and I can't afford waders. He said maybe I should cover myself in plastic wrap and spray foam. And Drew, you laugh. You laugh at me. That's okay. I understand. But remember, you were the one that was worried about my safety last year. So be it on your head, buddy. Robert Dixon says, full pipe cleaning video and Pop-Tarts review with political commentary. Robert, I know you're not from the U.S., so let me educate you here. Governments are instituted among men so that we can have Pop-Tarts equitably distributed. Like if I've got Pop-Tarts, I don't have anything to complain about. Okay, so Cobbett of the Shire says, I'm not sure what I would challenge you to do, but perhaps write about your childhood or advice to a new fisherman, which I could do, except I am a new fisherman, something out of your comfort zone. My comfort zone is so small that I'm out of it most of the time. I'm so unhappy with the camera angle this morning. That's not going to stay there. That's the perfect angle. No way it's going to stay. And now I can see that my boggin is all... Oh, fine. Fine. We'll just go with the lower camera angle so you can look up my nose the whole time. All right. John Galdieri says, evaluate and arrange the tobacco collection. That wouldn't be a bad idea. That could make for some interesting content. I keep all of my tobacco in a Huggies box. Fusilier's ration, yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. Rachel says, learn how to cook. I guess we can cross that one off the list. Put together a time capsule for the kiddo. This is from Malk Duck. Malk? Duck? Time capsule for the kiddo to dig up in 20 years. Yeah? You think we'll be here in 20 years? I don't know. Biscuit. Overnight camp out in the Bothy military surplus wool blankets would help you in your sleeping bag dilemma. That, sir, is a challenge. And I'm not saying no. What I am saying is there's only one military surplus store around, and it's about 45 minutes away, and I would have to go there pretty much today to make this happen, because of course tomorrow is Thanksgiving. And I guess I could go on Black Friday, but I kind of draw the line at shopping on Black Friday. How much is a military surplus wool blanket? Like, if we're talking like 10, 20 bucks, no problem. Always nice to have some, extra wool blankets around. I'll take this into consideration. I think that could be a possibility. Now, here's the other thing about camping in the Bothy. There are many things about camping in the Bothy. Number one, there's no central heating. Number two, there's no electricity or flush toilets. Number three, it's not on my land. And that doesn't, I'm not saying no. I'm not saying that rules it out. I've certainly not been told not to be there. That was a double negative, but I think you guys know what I mean. No one has ever said, get off my land. There's no signs or anything like that. So basically the question is, can I do it without a fire? That's the thing. I don't want to light a fire on someone else's land, just out of respect. and stealth. And so will military surplus wool blankets be enough to keep my ass warm without a fire? And by the way, it was in like the mid-20s last night. Says no FAP and ice bucket challenge for no reason. So Matthew, I'm on SSRIs. You should look up the side effects. Number two, ice bucket challenge. Did you see the video where I went wet wading in 50-degree water? Check that out. And NaNoWriMo in one weekend. That would be quite a challenge. People do it in one weekend. I'll take that into consideration. Yeah, I'll take that into consideration because that would dovetail with the write about your childhood. I could write a young adult novel. Read Walden. No, not going to read Walden. David 35445 suggests that I go to the Bothy, harvest a stick, and carve a fancy waiting staff. I already left a comment on his page. Waiting staffs are for sissies. The thing is, I have so much gear that I carry with me when I go fishing that I don't really want any more. And I've already made hike. What's the difference between a hiking stick and a wading staff? Wouldn't you want a wading staff to be weighted so that it didn't float? So that you could put it, straight down in the water and it would anchor you? Or not anchor you, but you know what I mean. I don't really know what a wading staff does, so maybe I should shut up. Old Greg says Minecraft, and more Minecraft. Challenge accepted. Derek Tant says chopped style video where you take a Pop-Tart and other items in your kitchen and create a new dish. Mr. Tant, those are fighting words. Pop-Tarts should never be altered. Brian says make a fly shop and gun shop in Minecraft. Let me think about that for a second. Yeah, that could be kind of fun. Go to a local pond area where ducks and geese are, and look for fly tying material. So here's the thing about that. I don't mess around with geese. Geese are 100% evil. When I was a kid, I was bitten by a goose. And I killed that goose. And I still have it in a jar of formaldehyde. Practice fire starting with different types of tinder. Yeah, I like it. There's a bit of an issue. That I had with a fire extinguisher. So my fire pit out back, there was an issue, and it's now like an inch deep in fire retardant foam. I think we can get over that. David 35445 says, cook up. No, I'm sorry, that's a different person. Oh, right. David challenged me to learn how to whip finish with my fingers. Fuck. NYC Drum says, cook up a couple of good things outside. The catch is use your homemade long-burning candles like you made way back. I can probably make that happen. So thank you for all of the challenges. I feel very challenged, and I will certainly take them all into consideration. And I'm going to do something with this time. I got to get through Thanksgiving itself first. I forgot to wind the thread forward. Damn it. I got to get through Thanksgiving itself first. Of course, that's going to involve lots of families, and we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I do have some time today, and I may go out and may go to the military surplus. I'll probably call the military surplus store. I don't know if you guys have ever been to a military surplus store, but it's usually not the best customer service ever. Like, I mean, they're nice guys, but the whole reason they're running a military surplus store is because they hate people, right? I mean, isn't that why you do that? So yeah, there is a very unique military surplus store near me, and I do enjoy going in there. I'm gonna try David's trick of holding the scissors with my pinky. Not working, David. Yeah, there's this store that I would love to have an excuse to go to. But my experience with military surplus stores is that oftentimes they're not any cheaper than just going and buying the gear that you want at a regular, at REI or whatever. However, I've never looked for a wool blanket before, so maybe I should check that out. The other thing I want to point out, though, is that militaries don't have a great track record of keeping their soldiers from freezing to death in, say, winter in Stalingrad. Why would I use military gear to keep my ass warm in the bothy when REI is right down the road? Well, because I'm broke. I guess that's the whole point. I've been using the 16.0 Vivus thread, and speaking of challenges, it is fragile enough that it really keeps you focused on what you're doing. So I just got off the phone with Brad, and he says he's got a 30-degree bag I could borrow. But like I said, it's been getting down to the 20s. So I don't know. I'm going to have to do some research on all this. I don't want... Like, if I'm going to do this, I've never been solo camping in my life before. I've never been winter camping in my life before, and I count 20 degrees as winter camping. I've never camped without a fire before. So if I'm going to do all this, I want to make sure that I can be warm. I don't want to do it and then have to break camp in the middle of the night and come home because I'm cold and then feel like a failure. If I'm going to fail, I want to fail because I'm a sissy, not because I just legitimately got cold. Rookie mistake kind of stuff. So we'll do some research on that, see if we can still make it happen. Like I said, no matter what, we're gonna have some good content, I hope, from this time. Lord willing, creek don't rise, all that hell or high water stuff. It's now 11 o'clock in the morning, and I need to go do something else with my day. Thank you for watching. Keep the ends out for the ties that bind. Okay, I think this is almost ready. Yep.